Hello, welcome everybody. This is Z99 back with another first impressions review. This time it's an awesome retro game. This is a first entry on Steam by an indie developer, I believe out of France. He emailed me with a key to this game, and I want to go ahead and thank him for an awesome, like I said, action retro game that reminds me so much of old school arcade Commando. We'll be back right after this. Alright, welcome back everybody. So when I got the key from this indie developer, I did go ahead and give it a first play. And before the game even launched, like a week before it launched, I did give him some feedback. I asked him to change the audio, or I suggested that he change the audio instead of just off and on as you see here. I suggested that he put a level of like 0 to 10 for that. And, that was one of my big suggestions for him. And then I also suggested, like, maybe full mouse control for people that don't have a controller. And I think that's pretty much it. But I made a couple of simple suggestions. After he launched the game a few days ago, I was kind of hoping he would make these quick changes so that I could give him a better score. But here you see, as we go into Mission 1, we have a total of 10 flags. So you have 10 areas that you have to get past. Now this game, as you see here, the first time I played it, is very tough. I've already died once. I've died twice within like 10 seconds. And I was able to get all those guys killed. But this game is really just learning the patterns of the enemies. And once you get the patterns down, especially in a new entry, you're going to be able to formulate a plan or a strategy for wiping them out. So here you can kind of see, you just kind of gonna get either vertically or horizontally aligned with the enemies, and a lot of times that will help you take the enemies out. You do want to make sure you try to dodge the bullets. Here you see I've already died like 3 times in just a matter of like a minute. These crates, you always want to pick those up. A lot of times they'll give you grenades, or they'll give you some kind of extra firepower, such as like a flamethrower or a better gun that shoots multi-directions or whatever it might be. I just died again, and you see, as you learn here, I died again. And now I picked up a multi-directional shot, as you can see. I'm trying to throw my grenade, which is tied to your, I believe, your A button on your controller by default. And then your just basic shoot button is, by default, your X button on your Xbox controller. So here we go again, starting again, to see if we can do any better. But man, this game does remind me, and it plays so much like old school arcade Commando. I think any fans of the old school arcade Commando are absolutely going to love this game. There's only a couple of things the developer really needs to do. Like I said, changing that audio level so it's rather than just on or off, so you can, control the level of your... I suggested that he give us a music and... music slider and a sound effects slider, so we can adjust it to whatever we want by preference. He hasn't done that yet, and then it already has a full screen windowed mode. But just a couple of small changes is really all this game needs to be a Zaxxer's Indie Gold. This game does come in at a $10 price tag, US dollars. It is on sale for a few more days at the time that I'm making this video for $1.50 off. And if this looks good to you, I would definitely recommend picking this little gem up. It is so much fun to play. The controls are very responsive. I would, one caveat of that is I would recommend a controller. I think trying to play this game with a keyboard would be very, very difficult, and there is no way to tie in like your shoot with mouse. So I think that if the developer, I think that was one of the other suggestions I made, was not full mouse control, but I asked him to tie in your shooting and your grenade to the left and right mouse button. That would make this game so much better. So if you could use WASD to move the 4 directions, right? And then instead of having to use space and shift or whatever to shoot and throw your grenades, which is I think what it is, and you can tie it to any key you want, but being able to tie your grenades and shoot to left mouse button for shooting and right mouse button for grenades would be a godsend for this game, especially for people that may not have a controller or may not like playing with a controller. But by the way it is right now, I almost say you almost have to have a controller if you want to play this game well. I think controller is a no-brainer. Really the best way to play. Now these chickens right here, you want to make sure that you don't kill them. I've killed these chickens twice and it ended my game immediately. So make sure you just chill, just take a break, scratch your butt, you know, make your quick phone call, whatever it is. Just put yourself in one spot, wait for the chickens to pass, and then continue your game. You don't want to accidentally shoot those damn chickens or it's game over. I do like the way the blood spews here out of your guys. And then watch this right here. When I throw this grenade here at this guy, I died. But look at the way... No, I didn't die. I thought I was going to die there. But look at the way... Look at how his head has separated from his body. Not only do you have the spewing blood like every other guy, but it looks like the head is actually separated in pools of blood. Just fucking awesome detail by this developer. The music is beautiful. The music fits the game perfectly. I don't think it's the exact same music as Commando used to have, but it's so similar. It's going to make you feel right at home if you're an old school Commando fan, for sure. Love, love, love this flamethrower. How you can see the smoke smoldering off the the charred skeletons of your enemies. Love the helicopters coming in and throwing grenades at you. The enemies behind walls where you have to use a special either grenade or a flamethrower there to kill them. You can't just shoot them with your your default shot. Just a fantastic retro game, and like I said, you can't shoot this guy because he's down in the hole. Again, you're going to have to use your special power, either a flamethrower or a grenade there, and he got me there, as you see. There I got him with a grenade, and again, his head separates from his body. Fucking love it, man. Yeah, this game is so much fun, and it is very challenging. This game is going to take you many, many attempts to beat. And I'm guessing, I haven't made it past the first flag yet, but I'm guessing once you make it all the way through a certain area, that you'll be able to continue on, it'll save, and you'll be able to start from your second flag, or your third flag, or however far you make it in the game. So, definitely very challenging, and as you can see, each of these areas is pretty big. So, yeah. If I had to score this game right now with the inability to tie your shots and grenades to your left and right mouse button by, and kind of forcing you to use a controller, which the controller plays beautifully, but also with him not yet changing the audio options to sliders so you can control the level of music and sound effects separately and on sliders rather than just all the sound off and all the sound on, I'm going to go ahead and give Mission 1985 a high recommend and an 8.5 out of 10. If this developer makes a simple suggested changes that I advised him of in an email a week before launch, the left and right mouse button and the audio levels, this game would be a 9.5 with his Actors Any Gold. Be sure to let me know what you guys think, and be sure you let me know if this video has inspired you to go out and buy Mission 1985. I'd love to know. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Z99. Take care.